Hey, what's good, folks? Welcome to another series of sequences on number patterns, and that's the incredible academic speaking. And I hope you guys have been enjoying the videos so far. I just want us to, pick up where we left off. Hopefully, y'all can see what's going on here. So we're just going to finish up with question 8, right? I remember we did question 8a, so now we're going to be doing 8b, right? So the third and 12th terms of an arithmetic progression are 12 and minus 24. So let's write that down. So T3 is 12, right? T3 is 12, as you can see. We're answering question B. So T3 is 12. And T12 is negative 24. We're just writing down the information. So now we need to find T50. So, okay, we've got that down. All right, T3 is 12 and T12 is negative 24. And we know that this is an arithmetic sequence. I always ask my learners, when we say arithmetic, what do you think of, right? Whenever they say sequence is arithmetic, what do you think of? I hope you said Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1 D. Because that's exactly what you're supposed to be thinking of when they say sequence is arithmetic, okay? So this is what we have. And obviously, to find T50, we need the general term, okay? So we're going to use the two pieces of information to find the general term, okay? So T3 is equal to 12, meaning that, so T3, obviously, T3 means that in place of n, we substitute 3. 3 minus 1, D, okay? But T3 is 12, so 12 is equal to A plus 2D, so we'll say this is our first equation, okay? You're always going to have to use simultaneous equations when you're dealing with arithmetic sequences, guys, I'm telling you. So you must just, have it at the back of your mind that, hey, one way or another, you're going to use, simultaneous equations. And like the nice thing about these type of simultaneous equations is that you can just use simple elimination. There's always an A on the first equation and another A on the other equation. So you just have to eliminate the A and then find the D. Once you've got the D, then you find your A, right? So yeah. Now we've substituted T3 here, all right? So we've got the first equation. Now let's substitute T12. So T12, see, in place of n, we substitute 12. Is equal to A plus 12 minus 1 times the D. So, but we know T12 is negative 24. So minus 24 is equal to A plus 20, not 24, but 12. 12 minus, so we've already substituted the 12. So 12 minus 1, that's 13. All right, D. All right. And then this is our second equation. So remember what I said. By the first equation, there's A. Second equation, there's A. So if you subtract the two equations, right, the A is going to fall off and you're going to be left with the D. And we'll be able to then solve for the D. So let's say equation 2 minus equation 1. Right? Equation 2 minus equation 1. So by equation 2, minus 24 minus 12. That's minus 36. And then A minus the A, that's 0. 13 minus the 2, that's 11. That's 11. So we've got, 13 minus that, that's 11D. So this is what we have. So now we know that our D is going to be minus 36 divided by 11. That's our constant difference. Therefore, let's solve for the a. Therefore, we can use equation 1, 12a plus d, 12 equals to a plus 2d. So 12 is equals to a plus 2d, but the d is minus 36 divided by 11. Therefore, a is equal to what? We simply take the whole of this to the other side. So 12 minus 2 into minus 36 divided by 11. So let's punch that into our calculator and see what we're getting. Right, calculator. So 12 minus 2 into negative 36 divided by 11. And a is 204 over 11. 204 over 11. So we've got everything now. So let's write the general term. So Tn is close to a, which is 204 over 11. And then plus n minus 1. The d is what? Negative 36 over 11. Okay. So now what do we have? We basically have 204 minus 36n plus 204 minus 36n plus 36 all over 11, which is basically 240 minus 36n divided by 11. So that's our general term. So to find term number 50, in fact we can use the very same general term just to confirm if this is actually correct. Remember, term number 3 is equal to 12. So let's see if this is giving us 12. So 240 minus 36, and then we substitute 3. We want to see if we're getting 12 over 11. If you're not getting 12, then maybe we made a mistake somewhere. So we are getting 12. And also term number 12 is negative 24. Let's see if we're getting negative 24. So in place of the n, we substitute what? 12. Negative 24, negative 24. There we go, you see. So that means we made a mistake somewhere. So what do? We go back and check what happened, okay? We go back. So it's always important to be able to sort of like double check, you know, your workings, because if you don't double check, then you never know if your answer is correct or not. Okay, so we said term number 3 is equal to 12. Okay, so let's check if we did the right substitution. Okay, 12a plus 2d. Well, this seems to be correct. Okay, that seems to be correct. And then term number 12 is equal to that. All right, so you see what the problem was. So this was supposed to be 11d. Okay, sorry about that. So obviously if this is 11d, the 11 minus the 2, right? The 11 minus the 2 gives us what? Gives us 9. So this becomes 9d. Okay, and then this becomes minus 36 divided by 9. So minus 36 divided by 9, that's negative 4. And then meaning that here we're going to substitute negative 4. So therefore a becomes what? I mean the the a becomes 12 minus 2 into minus 4, which is 12 plus 8, and that's 20. Like I always tell my learners, guys, I'm not perfect. You get what I'm saying? Because I understand sometimes I make mistakes as well, but because I'm able to do the testings and all that, I end up actually getting the answers right. Okay, so we know that A is equal to 20, so let's do this. Let's substitute there by the general formula. Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 times the d. So this is equal to so A plus n minus 1 times the d. So A is what, 20, and then n minus 1, the d is negative 4. I hope you guys can see. Okay, all good. So 20 minus 4n plus 4, okay, which becomes what? 24 minus 4n. So this is our general term, ladies and gentlemen. So now we can do the proving. Okay, our general term is 24, right? 24 minus 4 times n. So if, remember we said T3 is equal to 12. So meaning that n in this case is what? N is 3, T3. We must be getting 12 here. The answer is 12. Also, T12 is equal to negative 24. So let's substitute 12 here. We must get negative 24. There's our negative 24. So meaning that this is correct. So now let's move right ahead and find and answer the question. Remember, we asked to find T50. That was the question. So we asked to find T50. So if Tn is equal to 24, right? Tn is equal to 24 minus 4n, right? So to find T50, that means in place of n, we must substitute 50. So T50 then becomes 24 minus 4 into 50. All right. So 24 minus 4 into 50, that's minus 176. So we've got the answer. So now let's quickly check. There's another question that we need to look at, right? There we go. So we're now looking at question 9. X plus 2, 3x minus 1, 4x minus 3. So that's the sequence that we have, right? The sequence that we have, x plus 2 and 3x minus 1 and 4x minus 3, right? And it's already given that this is an arithmetic sequence, so we already know that the first difference is going to be what? Constant, right? Determine x and then write down the numerical values of the first 8 terms. So this is easy. So we're just going to find the first differences. So we know that this one is represented by what? 3x minus 1 minus x plus 2. And this one is represented by 4x minus 3. 4x minus 3 minus 3x minus 1. So obviously this is going to be 4x minus 3 minus 3x plus 1, right? Which becomes what? 4x minus 3x, that's x. Minus 3 plus the 1, that's minus 2. And on this side, we've got what? 3x minus 1, right? Minus x minus 2. Right, and 3x and minus x, that's 2x. And minus 1 and minus 2, that's minus 3. So, I mean, we know that if this is an arithmetic sequence, definitely the 2 should be equal. 2x minus 3 must be equal to x minus 2. All right, that means solve for x. The x goes to the other side, x. The minus 3 to the other side, 1. All right, so x equals to 1. So we go back to the original sequence and then we substitute 1 in place of x. All right, so meaning that the first sequence is going to be 1 plus 2. I mean the first term. And then The second term, that's 3 into 1 minus 1. 4 into what? 4 into 1 minus 3. Therefore, 3, we've got 2 here. We've got 1 here. So 3, 2, 1. That's the sequence. And then it kind of goes on like that. Da-da-da. Right? So let's check what other question we've been asked here. So determine, okay, we've got the numerical values of the first 3 terms, isn't it? Determine a formula for the nth term of the sequence. Well, that is fine. That is fine. Obviously, we'll need to find the d, which is the constant difference. So 2 minus the 3. Guys, you don't, because this is smaller than that, you don't say, okay, now 3 minus 2. Okay, now 2 minus 1. No. You maintain the order. You take the term at the highest position minus the term at the lowest position. So term number 2 minus term number 1. 2 minus that, that's negative 1. And then also 1 minus 2, that's negative 1. So we know that our d is negative what? Negative 1. And the a, that's just the first term of the sequence, which is 3. So Tn is given by what? A plus n minus 1 d. Okay? Which means that we've got 3 plus n minus 1. The d is negative 1. So that's equal to what? 3 minus n plus 1. So that's 4 minus n. That's our general term. Beautiful, isn't it? So we've got the general term. Yes. So now calculate the 20th term. Okay, C says if the nth term is, right, if the nth term is negative 41, right, if the nth term is negative 41, calculate the n. Yeah, so is it, so basically what they're asking you is negative 41 term number 50, 60, 70, what position is negative 41? So meaning that now you need to, you are basically given the Tn, which is negative 41, but you don't know what the n is. Do you understand? You don't know what the n is. So we're simply going to use the general formula and substitute the Tn. So our general formula says Tn is equal to 4 minus n. Okay, so Tn is negative 41 and then 4 minus n. Remember, we're looking for the n. So the n, let's take it to the other side. N goes to the other side, becomes positive n. Minus 41 goes to the other side, becomes positive 41. So 4 plus 41, that's what? That's what? 45. So meaning that the 45th term is equal to negative 41. Okay? Now, last question. Calculate the 20th term. Easy, isn't it? 20th term, we're simply going to say, okay, what's our Tn? Let's start there. Tn is given by 4 minus n. So if n is 20, so T20, remember we're looking for T20. So if n is equal to 20, meaning that in place of n we substitute 20. So T20 is equal to 4 minus 20. So that's what? Negative 16. So that's the answer then. And ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's lesson. And until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your friends and family about the channel. Shout out.